Okay, it's time for crabgrass control. Spring is in full sec, but question is always coming up to us as far as lawn care, organic or synthetic, which is best? Let's talk about it. Okay, so you can see behind me, forsythia are in full bloom, spring is in full effect. That's always our sign that it's time to get down to crabgrass controls. But customers are always asking, I want to go organic, what does it take? Do I just swap out one fertilizer for the sec? The reality is fertilizer programs are still the same. You typically want to put down multiple fertilizer applications throughout the year. You're just substituting an organic fertilizer for a synthetic. But when it comes to lawns, it can happen. This lawn is beautiful and the whole property is pretty uniform. The question is, how long are you willing to wait? In my experience, customers are so used to grabbing a bag of fertilizer and throwing it down on the lawn, and within a day or two, the grass is greening up, they see rapid growth, and we get a reaction pretty quick. Most of us, our patience wear off well before the grass starts feeling the benefits of organic. Organic happens slow. Synthetic lawn fertilizers are like crack to lawns. They get so addicted to that high nitrogen fertilizer. We get addicted to the quick greening and the fast growth, and that's what we associate with what's working and what's not. But when it's organic, you have to be patient. I tell everybody, switching from synthetic fertilizer to organic fertilizer is usually a 2-year process of detoxing your lawn and trying to build up the soil. Fundamentally, crabgrass controls and the synthetic weed killers and the synthetic fertilizers are just quick release, and they can actually deplete the quality of the soil. Whereas organic fertilizers, we're not directly feeding the grass. We're feeding the soil and the microbes in the soil, which then is feeding the grass. And so it's a much slower process, and it takes longer for that reaction to work. So many times your lawn is going to decline for a season or two while you're trying to convert over to organic. That's why I'm not a big fan. We jumped right on that bandwagon right off the bat, and I realized that customers were getting a lot more weeds, they were using a lot more weed killers. So we actually say, switch over to maybe a hybrid. Maybe use organic fertilizers, but then stick with synthetic weed killers so that you can keep the weeds at bay while you're trying to wean over and build up the health of the soil. Get a good soil test done. Know exactly what organic matter is in that soil. Know what the conditions, the pH is in the soil. Optimize the conditions for the grass. And then there are definitely steps like compost top dressing that can definitely expedite the growth and the conversion to organic programs. And top dressing with compost works extremely well, because you're not just dumping organic matter on that soil, but it's teeming with life. All the beneficial microbes, the beneficial bacteria, fungus, they're all in active compost. But it is an expensive process. So when you're switching to organic programs, to just start swapping out crabgrass control fertilizers that you would typically see in most 4-step programs as step 1 for an organic step 1. And it's basically we're switching synthetic fertilizer for corn gluten. Corn gluten is just a byproduct of corn production, and it is one of the only organic applications that will help suppress weed growth in the spring. So that's right now, forsythia in bloom. We still want a crabgrass control. We're just putting down corn gluten. Hope that helps, and we'll keep picking away at some of this lawn care program as the season progresses on what you should be doing at that time. Right now, lime, crabgrass prevented, and be patient with your lawn. Take care.